argument amongst the residents that needs, finally, to be put to rest. The argument in question is this: should our village be apostrophised or not? If yes, then should the apostrophe come before or after the S? It's a total bloody nightmare. Oh, it really isn't, Gerald. At the moment, Angel's Cove is written without an apostrophe, but most agree that there should be an apostrophe in there somewhere. Yet where? The argument seems to rest on three questions. 1. Does the cove belong to just one angel? The angel depicted in the church stained glass window, for example, as some people claim that they have seen him, or to a multitude of angels, i.e. the possessive of a singular or a plural noun. 2. Does the cove belong to the angels, or do the angels belong to the cove? The minority who wish to omit the apostrophe in its entirety ask this question. 3. Does the word angel in Angel's Cove actually refer not to the winged messengers of the divine, but to the notorious pirate Jeremiah Cutthroat Angel, who sailed from Penzance circa 1723 and whose ship, the Savage Angel, was scuppered in Mounts Bay, not apostrophised, you will note, when he returned from the West Indies at the tender age of 29. As you can see, it's a mess. Fearing the onset of a migraine, I stopped reading and decided to sort out the recycling, which would take a while, given the number of empties. An hour later saw me continuing to give the rest of Gerald's letter a stiff ignoring, because I needed to get back to the Crown and plough my way through an ironing pile that saw its foundations laid in 1992. Just at the point where Prince Philip jaunts off solo on a raucous stag-do to Australia, and thinking that I really ought to write a letter to the Queen to tell her how awesome she is, I turned the iron off, feeling a pang of guilt at leaving a complicated silk blouse alone in the basket, poured a glass of Merlot, popped a Tesco extra deep mince pie in the microwave, and returned to the letter. I expect you will agree that this is a question of historical context, not a grammatical issue. Oh, I do not. As the go-to local historian, it must run in the family, I attempted to offer my own hypothesis at the parish meeting last week, but can you believe it? I was barracked off the stage just 2 minutes into my delivery. I can. But all is not lost. This morning, while sitting on the loo wrecking my brains for inspiration, I stumbled across your book, From Knob End to Soggy Bottom, English Place Names and Their Origins, in my toilet TBR pile. I had forgotten you have such a dry wit, my dear, and I just knew that I had received divine intervention from the good Lord himself, because although the villagers are not prepared to accept my opinion as being correct, I do believe they would accept the decision of a university professor, especially when I explained that you were sent to them by God. So, I have a proposition for you. Oh, time for that mince pie. In return for your help on the issue, please do allow me the pleasure of offering you a little holiday here in Angel's Cove as my very special present to you this Christmas. I know you have balked at the idea of coming to stay with me in the past. Don't worry, I know I'm an eccentric old so-and-so with disgusting toenails. True, but how do you fancy a beautiful sea view this Christmas? Well, now that you mention it, the cottage is called Angel View, just the one angel note, and now belongs to a local man, Sam Lanyon, Royal Navy pilot. He's away at sea, poor chap. He says you can stay as long as you like. I may have mentioned what happened to James as leverage. Gerald, the cottage sits just above the cove and has everything you could possibly need for the perfect holiday. It's also a bit of a 1940s time capsule because...